Nicaragua is the second poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. There's a huge disparity in Nicaragua, as in most Central American and South American countries, where you have the wealthy of the wealthiest living, and not far away you have people who are living in abject poverty. Conditions in Managua's main garbage dump, known as La Chureca, are really incomprehensible. Even when standing in the middle of it, people are overwhelmed with sensory overload from the sights, sounds, and the smells that are around us. There are mountains of trash on which fires burn constantly, and many of these fires have not been started by the people that are there. It's just from the combustibles that are in the trash. And the fumes that come up they're choking. They're toxic, it's harsh. And then you add to that the insects, you add to that the other smells from the freshly dumped trash, and you add to that the children that are running around, and there's some of the dirtiest children you would have ever seen, as well as some of the dirtiest people you would ever have seen, but you understand why based on the conditions that they're in the garbage dump. And when you see all of that, it's heartbreaking. It's very difficult to process. It's just not something that you see on an everyday basis, and in many ways you feel as though you're on a sci-fi movie set in a post-nuclear war video. At the garbage dump, kids and adults will fight to be at the front of the line as fresh trash is dumped at the dump. And they gather around that truck, they follow it on the way in, and as the truck is being backed up and the back end is being hoisted, they are all over the trash that is being dumped out. They're looking for hope, they're looking for something that they can sell, something that they can grab onto. Maybe it represents food for them that day. There is no sense of decency and there is no sense of order. It is a very violent process, and it's not uncommon for people to be stabbed, to be cut, people to be beat up, because they're going after one particular piece of garbage and somebody else wants it. And so they'll push and shove and fight just to get after the garbage, other people's refuse.
The greatest gift that's ever been given
El regalo más grande que jamás se ha dado
is when God gave His Son Jesus Christ for you.
While we were there, Franklin Graham was able to present the message of hope that we have in Jesus Christ to many of the children and families who were collected at the main distribution that we did in La Chureca. And the message was clear, it was simple, it was straightforward, not complicated at all. The Operation Christmas Child gift boxes brought joy to many of the families who live in the dump. In fact, it would be safe to say for them that that was the only gift that they would have received at Christmas time, or really any other time of the year for that matter. And many of them walked away from the distribution holding a little piece of heaven in their hands and a little bit of hope in their hearts. It let them know that someone loved them and cared for them, even if it was just for one moment.
Father, most of all, that many, many people will continue to come.
There's a special pastor and his wife, Vladimir and Adelma, who have a heart of compassion for the people who live in this very difficult situation.
Con ese terreno que tenemos ahí queremos construir una cancha de voleibol y una de básquetbol para los niños de La Chureca.
On this lot that we have, we will build volleyball and basketball courts for the children of the dump site.
They want to make a difference in their lives by providing a safe haven for the children through a primary school, a feeding program, a rehabilitation center for those who are trapped on drugs, and an ongoing, meaningful relationship with Christ through a church that is established in the area.
Atienden a los niños en consejería espiritual y consejería psicológica.
Here, we want to build offices so we can have spiritual and psychological counseling for the children.
Their plan is good, it is solid, and they're living it out on a daily basis.
Señor, de ustedes y un esfuerzo de todos nosotros hagamos posible este sueño.
With help from God, you, and work by all of us, we can make this dream possible.
Many people will ask, what hope do the children that live in the dump have? Simply said, their only hope is Jesus. It really is. Drug addiction is rampant in the dump area, and to break the addiction of inhalants and to see the devastating effects that come along with inhalants provides a real sense of hopelessness, but in the middle of this darkness, there is a light that shines, and that light is the hope of Christ that we have.